Hello, now this is my first video that I'm filming at our house in France, so welcome to my Pilates area here. This video is for general well-being and when you feel like you have tight lower back pain, which let's face it, a lot of us suffer from. I've been asked specifically by a couple of people to do this, so I am planning the workout with them in mind, but this is generally a really good workout for just when you feel that your back's stiff or you've been sitting a lot, or for me, these are the kind of exercises I do after I come off the bike and I've been in a lot of forward flex posture. Okay, so it's only going to be short, so let's get going. Okay, so I want you to lie on your back, okay, and just open out that collarbone, relax the bones into the mat. You need your feet hip distance apart, okay, and then I just want you to close your eyes and then inhale through your nose and exhale through pursed lips, okay? And as you're exhaling, I just want you to start to bring awareness to those abdominal muscles, okay? So as you exhale, I want you to try and just push out all that air using your abs, okay? So inhale and exhale. Good, so we're now going to bring in some arms. We're going to inhale up to the ceiling and then exhale, take them overhead, making sure you don't flare those ribs out, so don't stick them out as you go back. Okay, keep them nice and connected to the mat. Inhale to the ceiling and then exhale down. Just two more like that. In, out, in, out, and last one, in, out, in and out. Okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to start thinking about that lower back. Okay, so I want your pelvis in a neutral position, so it's flat. So imagine we've got a nice glass of wine on our pelvis and it's going to be balanced because the pelvis is nice and flat. There's a small gap between your lower back and the mat. Okay, and I just want you to then tip the pelvis up. So you're going to tip that glass of wine towards you and then push it away gently. Now this should not cause you any lower back pain, so only do what's right for your body. Okay, so just gently tipping. So use the abdominals to create that tip. Do not just squeeze the bum. Okay, so tip and back. One more, tip and back. Okay, now hands flat on the mat. We're going to just take that into a hip roll, okay, so feet nice and flat. So we're going to tip, then push through the heels, use the glutes to come up to that nice long back position, and then sink down from the rib cage, keeping the pelvis high as long as you can, and then away at the bottom. Okay, let's do two more like that. Okay, so I know for one of the people I'm doing this video for, this exercise is not going to work. Okay, so let's just think about working up to this exercise. Okay, and just stay with the pelvic tip tilting if this exercise is too much for your back, or come back to it at the end of this workout when your back might feel looser. Good, let's just do one more. Really use all those vertebrae to come up, really lengthen away, and then coming down on the rib cage at the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to take the right leg, bring the knee into tabletop, straighten the leg, lower it down and tap, in, up, down, tap, in, down, tap. Two more. Just loosen up those hamstrings. Tap. Okay, now bring it in and extend the hamstring, okay, as much as you can. Now you either keep this bottom leg bent, okay, take it straight if you want more, okay, or slightly bend the top leg. I'm filming this in the morning, so I'm not super loose at the moment. Okay, so we're just going to flex and point the ankle. Flex, point, flex, point. You can't really see it because it's off the top of the screen. Okay, circle the ankle one way and then the other. Okay, lengthen that bottom leg away. Top knee comes to a tabletop position. Other arm is extended out, and just cross that knee across the body for a nice twisting stretch and look away to that arm. Okay, that should just feel really nice in your lower back, and just breathe. One more breath. Okay, bring that knee to tabletop. Okay, arms go straight. We're just going to do a few of the one leg circle. Okay, so keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Just take that leg around like a clock face. Okay, so make sure you go to all the points around the clock. Okay, use those abs to stay stable in the pelvis. One more this way. Good. And then reverse it. Really use those abs. Feel like they're drawing down towards the mat, holding onto that pelvis so the femur is moving perfectly in that hip socket. And one more. And just hug that knee in to release the hip flexor. Okay, and then let's change sides. Okay, so we'll do a couple of marches first. So in, up, lower, down. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now taking it to tabletop, arm extends, look towards the arm as you take the body across, the knee across, and just breathe. You should feel a nice stretch across your collarbone and the fronts of your shoulders as well. Okay, bringing it back and going into the circle, stirring the leg around. So make sure that your knee is still in line with the foot. So don't let the leg tip out. It's okay, so it's keeping it straight. One more, and then reverse it. Okay, I prefer the circle to be smaller and your pelvis to be stable than doing a big wobbly circle, which isn't the idea of this exercise. Okay, one more. Again, hug the knee in. Okay, so now feet back flat on the mat. We're just going to do a few basic ab preps. Okay, so we're going back into that neutral pelvis, small gap between your lower back and the mat. Head is heavy in the hands, our elbows are in your peripheral vision. We're just going to come up, eye gaze goes to the knee, tops of the knees, and lower down. So feel like the ribs are gliding underneath the pelvis and down. We'll just do 10. So 4, 5. You're exhaling as you go up and inhaling on the way down. 3 more. 2, 1, and down. Okay, so now I want you to take your left leg to tabletop. Okay, and we're just going to come shoulder to knee across. Okay, so small movement. We're working these oblique muscles here. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8 of these. So 8, extend the arm and just pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and change sides. Okay, now if bringing the knee to tabletop is too much for you, keep your foot on the floor. We're just going to do the same exercise with your knee down. Okay? If it's not, you're okay with your knee in tabletop, absolutely do that. Okay, but what this exercise isn't, is this. Okay? It's a small movement to engage that oblique. Let's just do 2 more. Last one, extend the arm and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Okay, and just hug the knees into the chest and just rock from side to side. Good. So coming onto your side now. Okay, I want you to, your legs to be in tabletop. Oh, good. That's a good angle on the video, so that's good. Okay, so either hold your head in both hands, okay, or extend that top arm. Okay, I'll show you both. So we're going to inhale, exhale, keeping the hips pointed forward like headlights on the car. We're just going to rotate back. Really get some nice movement through the ribs. And then close the book back down. Okay, with the straight arm, it's going to look like this. Okay, relax that head at the back, okay? And bring it back. Let's just do one more. Okay. And bring it back. Okay, so whilst we're here, we're just going to sneak in a couple of leg lifts to just work those glutes. Okay, so extending that top leg, I want you to push that top hip away to create a space so your waist is not slouching on the mat, it's lifted. Okay, we're just going to lower and lift. 2. Only with just that level with the hip. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle forward for 8, 7, 6. Keep the upper body nice and still. 2, 1, and reverse. Relax that shoulder as well. So you can keep tension there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just take that leg in front and give it a little pat. Good. Okay, let's flip it over to the other side. Either just roll over, or because I don't want to not look at you, I'm going to just come to this side. Okay, so let's inhale and exhale, rotate back. Okay, and then close it back down with a straight arm if you prefer. And bring it back, and one more. And bring it back. Good. Okay, so extending that top leg, push that top hip away, creates a little mouse hole. Okay, and then lift and lower. 2, 3. Work should be here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Circles forward for 8, 7. Don't wobble. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes in front, and just give it a little pat. Good. Okay. So let's now come on to 4-point kneeling. Okay, so your wrists should be under your shoulders, knees are under the hips. Okay, so you need to go into a nice neutral spine. Okay, so this is my neutral. Okay, so it's not sinking, I'm not pushing up. Okay, I want you to feel like you're filling the space between your shoulder blades, so you're activating those muscles on the backs of the shoulders. We're just going to do a few cat stretches. So I want you to inhale and then exhale. Use those abs to flex up. Okay. And then you're going to come down and just go into a slight extension. Okay. So watch my head. My head goes with the spine. And gently push away. And again. And push it away, and let's do one more. And away. Okay, so I want you to take your right hand and just thread it through for a nice stretch across the tops of your back. Okay, and then switch sides. Good. And come up. Okay, so staying in that 4-point kneeling position. Okay, we're going to take the right leg back, so glide it along the mat. Okay, your leg is staying in line. Now, don't be tempted to drop the hip or twist, okay? So if you need somebody to look at you to make sure that your pelvis is still level, absolutely do that until you feel that you're in the right position. And we're just going to gently lift and lower. 2, 3. No movement in the upper back or the middle back or anywhere in the back. It's all coming from the glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it there. Now if you can, unweight that left hand and extend. And let's just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Okay, moving on to the other side. So that leg slides back. Okay, fill the space between those shoulders, make sure you're level, and let's just lift for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you can, hold it, unweight the right hand, extend it away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Just widen the hips and just go back into a child's pose. Breathe. Good. We're just coming onto your tummy. Actually, I'll turn around the other way. Okay. Just gonna lie flat on the mat. Okay, your hands are just going to go slightly wider than your shoulders. Okay, forehead resting on the mat. I want you to feel like your glutes and hamstrings are pulling down, which is going to gently lift those abs up to support the back. Okay, and we're just going to lift the upper back and lower. Okay, head and neck are in line. It's a small movement. Okay, so all the work should be coming from your back extensors. The hands are just a light support. Okay, if you're new to this exercise, you're going to need to push through the hands more than if you're regular at Pilates and you do have some quite good back extensor muscles. Okay, but we're not coming up too high. We're just gently using those back extensors. Okay, and by using those, you're going to help with any lower back pain, because if you don't have back extensor muscles, all the pressure will go into your lumbar spine. Okay, let's just do 2 more. 1 and last one. Good. Take your head to one side and just rock that pelvis. Okay. Just a couple more exercises now and then we're done. Okay, so I want you to sit with your legs long on the mat and you need to have a vertical spine. Okay, so this isn't vertical spine. Okay, this is vertical spine. If that means you need to get a yoga block or towel or slightly bend the knees to make sure you're in that vertical, absolutely do that. Okay, we're going to do spine stretch forward. Okay, so your arms are long, relaxed, don't have any tension in the shoulders, feet are flexed. We're going to flex over, so imagine I'm pulling you backwards as you're reaching forwards. Don't collapse over the legs. Okay, should feel a nice stretch along the hamstrings and in the back. Inhale and then exhale, restack and come up, making sure the head comes back as well. Okay, inhale, exhale, flex. Inhale at the bottom and exhale up. Again. And up. One more. And up. Okay, now interlace your hands behind your head, push your head back into your hands, staying in that nice vertical spine. We're just going to twist towards me and then twist away. twist, twist. So you're like a wine cork coming out of the bottle, lifting up as you rotate. Okay, don't slouch. One more each side. And then just come into a little butterfly stretch. Okay, so I'm going to end with a mermaid, everybody's favourite. Okay, so you need to come into this Z-sit position. Okay, if this is too much and you feel uncomfortable in this position, or like the sit bones really can't get anywhere near the mat, then come into a position like this. Okay, so I want you to take your arms on a diagonal. I'll move back a bit so you can see. Arms on a diagonal. Okay, now I want you to feel like I'm punching you in the stomach as you scoop those abs and take the arm around until you feel a nice stretch across the upper back. Okay, it's where you get your arm to is going to depend on your body. Okay, so right now I can get my arm to here. Some people can get that arm here, some can only get it here. Okay, but it needs to be scooped abs and a stretch across the upper back. It should not be in your lower back. Let's just breathe. Okay, now open it out onto a diagonal, drop that bottom elbow and lift up. Okay, so you get a lovely stretch across this, down your side. Okay, and then counter stretch and look away. Good. Obviously you can repeat that. I would normally repeat it, but I'm trying to keep this video short. Okay, so again, scoop around. Okay, abs draw back, stretches across the backs of the shoulders, and breathe. Okay, opening out, drop the elbow, stretch down the side. And then counter stretch. And you're done. And hopefully your back feels a whole lot looser. You feel like you have more movement, less pain. So hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. Bye.